Hey guys, SirVern back here. Hey guys, SirVern back here.
Hey guys, SirVern back here, and today I'm going to talk about how I do not like this game, Unicorn Overlord. So there are not many games that I get more excited about than an RTS game, single player, happy console gamer, talked about it over and over. He had a video of his sponsored by Unicorn Overlord. It just looked right up my alley. Like, I was super excited about it. I almost pre-ordered like the $120 like special edition just because I knew I was gonna love it. It's a strategy game, real-time strategy game. You move units, you customize your units, and it just looked like the perfect game for me. I was super excited about it. Well, I pretty much buy every strategy game that comes out for the PlayStation 5. In fact, I think I have most of them. This one, however, was one of the worst ones I've played. I fell in love with the DioField Chronicle, and oh my gosh, that was so close to a perfect game for me. Go watch that review if you're interested. Loved that game. And this looked even cooler because you would just have like units of guys and you move them around like kind of more traditional RTS. It looked more like a Command and Conquer type game in some scenarios or some scenes that I saw. So I was just super pumped, right? So I didn't play. I think there was a demo out for it. I don't like to play demos or watch reviews prior to getting a game, so I just went in blind. And I gave this game 8 or 9 hours, and I just couldn't get into it for a few different reasons. One of the main reasons is you don't fight in this game. You don't do anything. When your guys fight, it just plays out. In fact, you can skip, and you probably will skip most of the battles that are fought. It's really weird. You just you have this little chessboard, 6-spot chessboard, and I'll show some screenshots of like kind of like my setup. And you put what guy you want in charge of the 6-person up to a 6-person unit, and you put who you want in the front. You position them because certain people will take damage first in the front. There's a lot of depth to this game, and a lot of people might like this game, but it just certainly was not for me. And I'll talk about the graphics real quick. Amazing, man. I love this graphic style. I think it's gorgeous. Some of the backgrounds look just hand drawn and just incredibly just unique. If you've ever played like a Vanillaware game, they kind of look like this. In fact, I just got done beating Grimoire No More on the PS5, and it has similar kind of graphic style, just exaggerated character models, just cool. And there are good things about this game too. It's not all bad, but it's just I just was expecting more. Like right here, you have like a building you produce units from. It has all kind of like little missions throughout the game. A lot of characters to talk to, a lot of customization, and I'll get to that. So I played 8 hours, and in 8 hours I was still doing tutorials. They were teaching you how to play the game. A lot of it, it depends on where your guy is. You can have certain units support other units, like archers, that if they're in proximity, they can shoot. Right here, you can see you can have there's a ton of different characters in the game, and you have to, if they stick together, they gain certain skills and abilities, by staying together for a long time. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like the DioField Chronicle. They get stronger as the longer they fight together in the same units. You produce units at certain captured. It's similar to a traditional RTS game. You capture units. You don't build and get like resources like a traditional one, but you can see it'll show you basically if you have 2 units close to an enemy, you can switch them back and forth to see who will take the least damage, do the most damage. And at first, it seemed kind of weird. The weirdest thing about this game is you don't fight. Like, it goes into these battles right here, and you literally can set your controller down. It fights for you. It just does whatever they're programmed to do. It's almost like programming a game. when I got to that part, I stopped, and I'll explain what I mean. So if you even go to that screen, which I only did that to show you what it's like, you don't fight when your guys run into each other, or you like right here, you can choose to go fight the guy. You click fight battle. You go over there, they touch. There's the battle. You just skip it right here. See options. You just skip battle, and it'll whatever happens. And if you're losing consistently, then you could go in and see why you're losing consistently. There, I won. That was the battle. That's it. 99% of the time, you're going to do that, probably. You're going to figure out what works, and then you're going to stick with it. And here, I'll just go in and show you this is what the battles are. You don't do anything. Sometimes there's a cutscene. Sometimes they'll talk. And then this is it. You just sit down and, all right, I did good. Why didn't I do good? And then the reason I quit playing this game, like I said, I was doing tutorials up to hour 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was getting deeper and deeper. And then I ran into at 8-hour mark where you have to essentially program. If you ever have taken any programming classes, basically you say, this unit, I want you to attack this guy, and throw in an if statement, unless or if this guy is low on health, heal first. You set priorities, you attack the guy with the lowest health. This is for each unit out of the 6 on every squad you have, which you can have a ton of squads, So you say for every every guy in the unit has to have his own programming. Basically, you're telling him who to attack or what to do. Should he heal? Should he guard? Should he attack the highest strength guy? Should he? If this happens, then you give them all these commands, and basically you're just programming the game to fight for you, and that's it. You go through these fights, and really the only thing you're doing is trying to make sure your archer units are close to can support your other units while they fight. You don't fight, they fight. All you do is move your little units around and make sure they're in good position or have somebody to back them up. So say you have an archer, a swordsman, and then a flying guy, or a cavalry guy. Whoever you choose as the leader, that's important because you want to have an archer as the leader if you need that unit to do the archery thing and rain arrows down from the sky. Or if you want the unit to move fast, you set a cavalry unit, because basically whoever's in charge of the unit is primarily that's their capability. That's the depth of the strategy that I was willing to go into. And if it was like that, I might have given it more of a chance. The Dealfield Chronicle is this game, but to me, way better. The story in this is I'm not a huge fan of it. The unicorn thing, it's just the unicorn over, it's just like a ring, and you just turn units from, they're just brainwashed, and the unicorn, after you fight them, then you unbrainwash them, or before you fight them, you unbrainwash them. And I think the story's kind of poor, and the fighting mechanics are pitiful. You don't fight, you just position your guys. Anyway, I may be in the minority on this, but I thought this was a very poor strategy game. Maybe I'll give this a chance one day. But like I said, 8 hours in, I was still learning things. It's too much, too micromanaging. Even for me, I don't mind playing a Command and Conquer game where you grab riflemen, and then you bring in tanks, and you're micromanaging in that capacity where you actually move the characters, they fight, you back off. If they're struggling, whatever, you don't do that. All they do is they touch, they fight. You don't fight. You just hit options, and it skips the battle, or you can watch your guys win or lose, and it takes longer. It's dumb. Who thought that was a good idea? Anyway, that's just one of the few reasons that I think this game is not good. When I saw that, I just quit, and I was done. But let me know what you guys think. I'm about to go watch some reviews and see if anybody else agrees. So, SirVern out.